Sometimes the most pristine scene is the one that screams the loudest. Just after dawn on a South Australian beach, a lifeguard discovers a man in a perfectly pressed suit. He looks placed, not fallen. The air is clean, the sand is cold, and his shoes are polished, untouched by the shore. The only clue is a tiny scrap of paper in his pocket, bearing a single line of poetry. This sense of unsettling order echoes elsewhere. A quiet farmhouse waits through the night, the door locked from the inside. When neighbors finally break it down, they find a radio playing to an empty room, tuned only to a gray wash of static. How does a room lock itself from within, leaving behind a puzzle that defies logic? The simplest objects, a latch, a glass, a scuff on the floor, often say more than any witness ever could. We place our faith in data now. Cameras track our movements, smart locks log every entry. And yet, the same silent contradictions surface in modern apartments and parking garages. We find cryptic notes that hint at coded messages, and phones that power down in pockets that seem too carefully arranged. We lean on our devices to tell the truth, but they can also create new gaps in the story, new forms of silence. The present is filled with sensors, but uncertainty remains our oldest companion. We are left to weigh what the artifacts insist upon against what they refuse to explain, listening for the truth in the space between the clues. On a wind-bitten pier, an old detective lays out the photographs. The rational path is always the first temptation, a case of mistaken identity, a name misread. But every neat solution snags on a detail that won't lie flat. One shoe, impossibly clean. A passport photo that doesn't quite match its staple holes. Was someone living as someone else? Or was this a carefully staged performance designed to make us think so? When logic fails, folklore rushes in to fill the void, and late-night radio retellings keep the mystery alive. We crave patterns, and sometimes we invent them just to feel safe. Tonight, 1,000 browser tabs glow on kitchen counters around the world. A name trends for a day, then fades back into the digital ether. Our tools are more precise than ever, our news feeds faster. Yet they amplify both clarity and confusion in equal measure. Honoring the victims means resisting the comfort of easy answers and the cruelty of a certainty we have not earned. And so we learn to wait, to accept not knowing, to listen carefully to the silence, because the next thread we pull may not lead to an answer, but to somewhere colder and darker than the ocean surf.